Hey guys, welcome to the first ever video on the 516RC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing my Traxxas Rustler XL-5 and going over what's inside my personal truck, giving it a thorough review, and just having fun on the channel. So let's get into it. So let's just go over this truck first. This truck started out life as a box standard Traxxas Rustler XL-5 with the brush system and all. And I got it, and it was a great truck to drive with the brush system. It was fast enough, it had great handling, and I just loved to, putt around with a slower truck that wouldn't break that often. Well, I kind of got tired of having a brush system, so I sold it and put in a brushless system. Now, it is not a, brushless system that you can buy on the market. It is a combination of two different systems kind of melded together. And it gives this truck a lot more punch, acceleration, and way more top speed. On the handling side, I have a new set of shocks as well as front turnbuckles to help adjust the camber with the lowered suspension. And I have an RPM bulkhead to help improve durability, as collisions with parked cars on a 2-cell LiPo do not go well for stock parts. So let's pop the hood and see what's under the Traxxas Rustler XL-5. Alright, now that the cover is off the truck, we can see what's really underneath this sleeper of a Rustler. So you can see the Traxxas GTR shocks up front and in the rear, and these help handling by a mile. They are so much better than the stock Traxxas shocks, as much as I like the stock Traxxas shocks. These things actually came off of an XL1, and I removed all the limiters and preload spacers, well, not preload spacers, but the threaded collars that thread the shocks down to make them as soft as possible. I also replaced the oil inside with 30 weight oil instead of 80 weight, which is what it came with. And as you can see, the truck still has a lot of suspension travel, and it can bottom out. These shocks are much more durable, they're more reliable, they hold oil miles better than the stock shocks. They've got coated shafts, aluminum bodies, and overall they just provide a greater handling experience for the truck. As I went over the bulkhead, that was just because of the collision. Turnbuckles, I just got to improve handling, and the brushless system has a lot more punch to it than the stock brush system. I also run this truck on a 2-cell LiPo, and I also have a wheelie bar out back to keep everything from hitting the ground. I also run another body on my truck, which I will show to you right now. Yes, this is the body that most of you are used to seeing. This is a J Concepts Illusion High Flow Rustler body, and it's painted in Arctic White, which is coincidentally what all my cars are painted in. I like this body. It's more durable than the stock body. I think it looks better in some aspects. Also, excuse my horrible painting job, but I just like this body. I like the way it looks better. It gives the truck way more downforce, actually, because of the larger rear wing and improved aero characteristics, and it gives more of that truggy look that I was looking for from the Rustler. Now that we've gone over what's inside my truck, let's get into the actual review. So we'll start with power. Power with the brush system, which is what you're going to get with this truck, is okay. The motor does get hot after a short period of running, at least where I'm at, and the temperatures that I run in, which is kind of annoying, but you get used to it after a while. I think that it has very good power for a brush system. You're not going to find anything brushed that comes RTR with more punch out of the box, and it also comes with an included nickel battery, which gets you up and running quite quickly. However, the charger that comes with the car is, I don't know, it's a car charger almost. Like you plug it into a 12-volt car socket, which is kind of odd, but I guess it works. Handling is great with this platform, at least for a Traxxas vehicle and a street vehicle at that. I love the way this truck handles. Although it might not have the best rear traction just because of the current tires that are on the car. These are the RTR tires, by the way. It does have a lot of front end bite, and if you are careful with the throttle, it can hold a tremendous amount of corner speed when compared to its, competitors in this price range, such as the, the ECX circuit or on any of the ARMA stadium trucks. I think this truck really excels in the handling department more than anywhere else. Now let's talk about jumping and landing. Jumping and landing and overall, flight characteristics are important categories for bashers who are most likely, let's be honest, to buy this truck over a serious racer or anyone else. Now, jumping and landing, as this is a characteristic of all Traxxas two-wheel drive vehicles, they fly extremely straight during the air and they're extremely predictable. They're not the best at controlling just because they have the motor in the back, but I think that the flight characteristics of this truck are very straight and very good for, just general jumps. I haven't really jumped this truck off of a gigantic jump, but off of a 3-4 foot jump, this truck flies very straight and very predictable, and it takes landings well. The truck has a very good damp setting from the factory. It soaks up the bumps well and the landings well. It doesn't like to get unsettled when it lands, which is nice. It can land off of a jump on all fours and keep going very nicely, which is a good characteristic of a truck like this. Now let's talk about the category that everyone wants to know about, durability. Now, Traxxas vehicles, especially RTR ones like this, are relatively well known for their durability. You can really put these things through hell and back and they're still going to come back for more, and that's pretty much aligns with this truck and its characteristics. I mean, I had a 50+ mile per hour collision with my dad's Dodge that was parked on the street, and the only thing I broke was a bulkhead, and as you can see, it was really just a minor crack, didn't really shatter. And nothing else really broke with this truck, which I find extremely impressive. I literally have not broken a single other part on this truck. Now, a lot of my friends who have Rustlers say that they go through axles a lot, especially these plastic axles, which are apparently not that great, but I personally have not broken a single Traxxas axle, even on my Slash, which had a castle system in it at one point. That truck is unfortunately gone, but I mean, if you really feel it necessary, you can get a set of aluminum axles for a Rustler or any other Traxxas truck for a reasonable price, around $25, which I think can help if you're having this problem with going through axles quite quickly. But other than that, I think the durability of this truck is really, really good, and it can take the beating of a newbie to the RC game, someone who this might be their first truck, or this might be an experienced RCer who's just looking for something to throw around outside with their kids or with their friends and just have fun, which I think this truck really, really excels in. Lastly, let's talk about value. For the $199 that I spent on this truck, I expected a truck, meaning that I was familiar with the Traxxas platform, I suspected that this truck would handle a lot better than the Slash, as it's just lighter and shorter wheelbase. I figured that the truck would be durable, like my Slash, and I figured that it would have a great part support, and this truck excelled in all those categories. It handles better than my Slash, in my opinion. My Slash had the low center of gravity chassis, by the way. The truck jumps great, lands great. It has a gigantic part support. I mean, you can pretty much find RPM and aluminum parts for every single component on this truck. And I think for the power system that you get for this price range, I think it's one of the, if not the fastest brushed RTR car on the market right now, for at least in this price range. And I think just because of the overall fun factor, durability, and the price you pay for a truck like this, that I think it's really, really good value for anyone, really anybody who's in the RC game, whether you are a newbie or just an experienced RCer looking to have fun. And yeah, I think that this truck is really worth looking into if you're looking into a cheap basher or all-around truck that can really do it all. Well guys, that concludes my review and overview of my personal Rustler XL-5. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions for me about the review or truck, or about my Instagram account, which I will also put in the description box below, drop a comment in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and RC for life. Stay well.